Okay, now let's talk about establishing an additional type of ticket, a little bit higher level ticket, which is our event-based ticket. This allows us to attach capacities if we'd like, and advanced date sell into various sessions. Now again, just like before, we establish a SKU in the system or group of SKUs, adult, children, whatever, with different pricing levels attached to them. In this case, again, it's a ticket type SKU, so all the same as the general admission. The only difference is we're going to do a standard type ticket here. So we're going to produce an actual ticket in a practical automation printer. We're also going to be able to put in our pricing as before. Now, because this is an event-based ticket, unlike general admissions, we don't have to have a picture at this level. The pictures will actually be placed at the event level. We'll see that in just a minute. On the web information tab, we don't have to fill in a commentary or anything like that. All of that is covered on the event level, so you only have to do it one time. We still would publish the ticket to the web because, again, we may want to produce different levels or pricing or advanced dating for or advanced selling to members, things like that. So we would still publish the ticket. And then again, the ticket information tab is very important here. Now, this is not a general admission ticket, so again, you can see here, because I've established these tickets in advance of the demo, I'm already attached to my sessions. There's two ways to do this. You can either create the sessions first, then come establish the SKUs and put your sessions in here, or as I'm going to show you, it's really easier to establish the SKUs first and then establish the event. So let's go ahead and establish that event. Now again, in my case, the event is already established, but you can create as many different events as you want. And you name them what you want, and you categorize them by department. You assign the venue to them. My tour leaves at the North Gate, so that's what I've made my venue. You can establish the duration of the event, if there's any setup or cleanup required in between sessions. Minimums, maximums, and even handicap maximums can be set up. Whether we allow tickets to be sold on the web, I'm allowing them to be sold on the web. We also then can establish any sessions that we'd like, and we can use a wizard to do that. So we don't have to go in and type in 100 sessions. We can actually say, like in my case, I established it for Monday through Friday. That's when this tram runs. And I told it that it ran every hour on the hour from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and I clicked OK, and it established all my sessions right in the calendar. So I'm able to then, if I had service on the tram or something like that, I could pick a day and remove all those sessions. I can make adjustments to specific sessions in a limited manner. So again, the wizard helps me create them all, but then if I've got holidays that I want to have an extra or whatever, I can go ahead and do that. All right, once we've done that, then you'll notice on the event tickets, I can go ahead and attach the tickets. This is the way I would do it. There's our adult tram tour, our child, and our senior. I've got 3 levels. And essentially, I've set the pricing levels when I created the SKUs, so all I'm doing is adding SKUs in the system at this point. It's very straightforward. Now again, that's why we created the SKUs in advance of this. Now when we talk about the details of an event, that's where we're going to have our primary and secondary pictures on these tram tours. We're going to be able to put in our commentary. That's what appears on the ticket page, and that type of information is all shown here. Now we can put in some parameters on validation as well, so we can allow validation prior to the start time. We can validate the redemption or not, so just validate the ticket, or we could actually validate the actual session itself through those settings. So that's what it takes to establish our tram tour, or what we call an event-based ticket in TAM. Now we'll go on to selling of those tickets in the various venues. Selling event-based tickets with capacities and or advanced date selling is very straightforward in the register, very similar to selling our general admission tickets. We create a group for those tickets. I've called it time tickets here, but you can call it whatever you'd like, event-based tickets. And then we have, again, the different types of classifications, and you can see even different types of events are in here. We're working with the tram because that's what we just set up. So I'm going to go ahead and sell an adult tram ticket. Unlike a general admission ticket, which just simply adds it to the right, subtotals, and lets me go on to my next ticket for sale, this one does require me to select my venue in the case that there's multiple venues. If I just ran one tram and it departed from the north gate, then this window wouldn't display. But I actually have two trams that run in my park, one that departs from the north gate and one that departs from the Port of Africa. They're two different size trams. They do two different tours of the park, have different restrictions and pricing, but again, I can sell any of them through this same ticket. I'm going to go ahead and select Zoo Tram because that's the event we established, and I'm going to go ahead and select my session. Now here's the next step. The next step is picking the session that I'd like to attend. If a session is sold out in the advanced dating, we're going to see that right here. It's going to say sold out. Otherwise, we see we've got some capacity. I want to do it at 11 o'clock. We could increase the quantity if we wanted to. We'll go ahead and select that, and then we'll go ahead and tender the sale at this point. It's that straightforward. The difference is when I tender the sale, and I press end, it will actually produce a receipt and a ticket. So the receipt will be printed showing the data on it for their records, but a ticket will also be produced with the barcode for all the redemption features that are necessary. Now in the case of an advanced date ticket, I am not doing auto redemption, although I could. Some organizations for certain events do that. They simply tear a stub off the ticket or something like that, and that's fine. We've got many different types of tickets that can be produced for these events. So as you can see here, we've already done the practical ticket, and that is a 4-color ticket. It's more of a souvenir type ticket that TAM thermally embeds the data into a white space area on. Front and back are printed. We also have the capability for a lapel label that can be produced in a Zebra printer, so we can produce a label that for tours and things like that. We have the capability to produce a low-cost thermal ticket in TAM with a star printer with a tear-off stub, as well as the final thing we can produce is a wristband. So the wristband, and these things can be used on all different types of tickets. That's all there is to selling the ticket in TAM at the cash register. Selling event-based tickets on the web is very straightforward. You can see here if I spin down, we're able to see our Zoo Tram is shown right here. There's that picture that we established, our commentary. Again, we can learn about each of the events, kind of browse them on this page and filter as before. Once we are interested, I'd like to book a Zoo Tram reservation here or ticket, I can go ahead and click select. This is different than general admission. At this point, I'd put in a quantity, it'd be added to the cart, and in this little higher level, I'm able to actually select, see the same commentary information, look at the pictures if I want. I'm able to, as before with general admissions, share for social medias, so I can have my members and visitors to the website actually promote me on Facebook or Twitter, whatever it might be. I have the capability then to select on a dual calendar. Again, I can do some filtering by month. I can do next. I select the date that I'd like to be coming out. I'll be coming out Tuesday the 25th. Once I do that, again, I get the capability to pick the time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'd like to do the tram at 11 o'clock, and I'm able to simply type in the quantities that I would like here. So again, I'll do one adult, but I could combine for senior, children, wheelchair, or handicapped, whatever I need. I'm able to go ahead and at this point add the item to the cart, or I could go directly to checkout if I like. Again, we're trying to streamline the process for the customers. Once we go to add it to the cart, away we go. Now don't forget, anytime we sell a ticket, we do need to identify ourselves or register in the site simply by entering an email address and a password if we've been on the site before, or basic information. Now don't forget that registration is synced up as we mentioned before, so if a member's visiting for the first time, they can identify themselves by member number, and that prevents any type of duplicates. Okay, and again, checking out, as we mentioned before, very straightforward, one page. And don't forget, I'm showing one ticket at a time being sold here and checking out, but they can buy multiple tickets, multiple products, check out all at one time.